Hi everyone, TRGZ here with a new video. I wanted to make this one for a very long time, but it never looked like we were close to knowing the release date of Classic servers. But this has all changed with Blizzard announcing the Classic playable demo during BlizzCon. Probably because BFA turned into a disaster. So yeah, let's talk about Classic WoW and am I going to play it or not? But before we get into the video, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more WoW content. Okay, so yeah, I'm very excited for Classic. Like so many others, Vanilla Classic WoW was the first time I've ever played WoW, and looking back at those memories, I instantly get a smile on my face. But is it simply because of nostalgia reasons, or is Classic the best version of WoW? Well, in my opinion, Burning Crusade was my favorite expansion, and the one I had the most fun with, probably because I was a few years older and wasn't a complete pleb. I'm not denying the fact that I was an absolute noob during Vanilla, and again, that's kind of the only thing I'm afraid of when we do get our hands on Classic WoW so many years later. Because we as players improved, like we improved an insane amount. Like you can't even start with comparing a Mythic BFA raider with a Vanilla raider. The difference in terms of skill is insane, and therefore I'm kind of worried on how fast we're going to plow through the content once Classic does get released. We have access to so much more information, and I'm not sure how that will influence the way that we're going to consume all of the content in Classic. For me personally, I'm definitely going to play Classic WoW. I've played on many private servers in the past because frankly Classic WoW is a true MMORPG, and I'm not sure if people remember how grindy Vanilla actually was. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to check out the Classic servers and level up a character, but I'm not sure if a lot of people are going to stick around for the endgame content. During Vanilla, I've only done Onyxia's Lair and Molten Core, and that's about it. So yeah, maybe I will check out the endgame content again during Classic to be finally done with Blackwing Lair, AQ40 and Nax. To be honest guys, even if you've never played Vanilla, I really recommend to check it out once it does get released. That way you can experience what it feels like to play an actual real MMORPG. Because unlike current WoW and its latest expansion, Battle for Azeroth, you do actually have a ton of options and choices that you can make when you're playing Vanilla. Custom talent trees, professions that do matter, how you make gold in the game, and of course the most important feature of Classic WoW, the obligation of needing to be social to get things done in the game. There are a lot of reasons as to why Vanilla was the best MMORPG, but for me the number one reason was most definitely the social aspect of the game. I don't know how people can play WoW solo and without any friends online or on Discord. I'm telling you right now, if it wasn't for my current friends that I play with, I would have already stopped playing Battle for Azeroth. My predictions on how Classic and BFA will coexist is the following. When Classic does get released, I think most of the player base are going to try it and level up a character, especially when Classic gets released during a BFA content drought. But I do think that most people will be like, Jesus, I've forgotten how grindy this game really was. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that during the leveling experience alone, a lot of people will take breaks, switch to mains, stop playing because maybe BFA gets a new patch. There will be a tremendous spike in players when Classic gets released, but after a few months there will be that huge drop-off. But still there will be that small core of players that will only play Classic and they will no longer give a shit about current WoW. And then you will have players like me, who are probably going to be the majority and will still play retail and Classic in between, or when there's nothing to do in the current retail game, they will just play Classic. But there is one thing that Vanilla has, which is, let's call it, it's some sort of magic, and it will consume a lot of players. I can't put my finger on it, but each and every time I tried out private servers, I always got sucked back in, even though I always said that I never ever would take Classic serious again. But that's just me and my personality. But still, I do think that in the long run, a lot of players will play WoW Classic just because it's magic in a bottle that no other MMORPG has been able to recreate. I'm not going to be too optimistic, but I do think that in the long run and in the future, current WoW and Classic WoW will have roughly the same number of players. And when Blizzard does decide to continue Classic with, let's say, Burning Crusade, then hell yeah, I'm going to be super excited, because that's when I had the most fun playing WoW. When you think about it, it's actually pretty weird, because I was talking about this subject with some other friends who tried out WoW 14 years ago, but they just didn't get into it. And I'm talking to them and going like, wow guys, I'm super excited for Classic WoW and I hope they release it very soon. And then they'll just don't understand and they will ask me like, why are you excited for a game that you've played 14 years ago? And I tell them like on how much I enjoyed playing that version of the game and how playing Classic WoW makes me happy, and how at the end of the day all I'm really doing is kind of chasing that feeling WoW gave me 14 years ago when I was younger, and the feeling of playing WoW back in the day is something I will probably never ever feel again. I'm pretty sure that that is also one of the main reasons why a lot of people will come back for Classic WoW. I also have a few other friends who are only going to resubscribe to WoW for playing Classic, which will most likely result in them losing their jobs and probably their wives. And last but not least, guys, I do want to give you my predictions on the release date of Classic WoW. And for me, it kind of makes sense that they will release Classic WoW on their WoW's 15th anniversary. I'm sorry for most of you, but I think you will still have to wait for another year. So yeah, that's my personal preference, and I think that WoW will be released on, like Classic WoW will be released on the 15th anniversary of WoW. And that is again all for this video, guys. I do hope that during BlizzCon they will give us some sort of release date, hopefully some more information, but we'll still have to wait and see. Although I'm very excited for Classic, and I hope the same from you guys. Do let me know in the comment section down below if you're going to play WoW Classic or you're not going to play WoW Classic. That's also possible. Like the video if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more WoW content. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and as always, I will see you next time.